Hey everybody. Well, today I want to talk to you about my garden plans, how I'm going to do it, and what I'm going to plant in there. So I'll show you the garden spot in a minute, but basically I'm going to use my home garden. It'll still be my home garden for personal use, but I'm going to set it up like a miniature model of a market garden, Curtis Stone style. And because it's so small, I'm going to keep using the seed companies that I like. Baker Creek, I imagine a lot of you guys know them. Really like this company. I've dealt with them for years. And Pine Tree Seeds, another home garden seed company. Now if I go big time with a market garden and do this for a living, I may not use these companies to buy most of my seed, but for now I like them. I don't need that much seed, so that's what I'm going to stick with. So enough about that. So pretty basic on the garden. You can see I got my chain link fence up, most of it anyway. This is my garden spot that I had to put the fence around it to keep the chickens out, but in the past I've just done the plain roto tillage and all of that with crowded rows with all different plants mixed in, which is fine with me. But this year I'm planning on doing it market garden style. I'm going by Curtis Stone's model with the 30-inch beds. He didn't come up with that, but he's pretty well mastered it, so I'm going to be using a lot of his way of doing it. That's who I've read his book and watched his channel the most, and a lot of other guys doing it. But basically 25 by 25 feet, 4 beds. I'm hoping to have them 25 foot long, but they may wind up being 20 because of the asparagus bed over at the edge may shorten them a little, but whatever it is, I'll let you know when I get it. But yeah, I'm going away from just a regular home garden, still be my home garden for personal use, but this is going to be my test run of a market garden. So there's the garden. I'm going to take the dog for a walk and tell you about what I'm going to plant. So first off, I'm going to go through the first 2 plantings with you. So I'm going to plant the 4 rows with greens for the spring planting, and then I'll plant some other stuff in them after those are harvested. And so the greens will probably be more representative of what I would grow in a market garden, because those are the money makers apparently, and that's how I'm going to base my business model from the beginning. So I'll start with the greens, and everything that I'm talking about I'll try to chop a picture in, but on the greens, 2 of them to start out with are greens that I think most of the market gardeners are putting in their garden, and so that's good for me because that's what I like anyway as far as eating and the way they grow. But yeah, red Russian kale, I've grown it for a long time. I really like it. It does well, and it's really pretty. Number 2 is arugula. Everybody knows what arugula is, and actually I'm not sure which variety I'm going to grow of it yet, just because of some recent advice I've gotten on that. But anyway, arugula. So those are 2 ones that everybody knows, but also I want to try giant red mustard. It's a Asian green, and I think maybe a lot of market gardeners are growing this, but I don't hear about it as much. It's got a really strong, robust flavor. It's hot, and I like it, so I'm gonna grow that. And then the last one is, if I'm pronouncing this right, and I may not be, Mizuna. It's a Asian green. I think it's probably from Japan, but it's a mild mustard green, and to me, it's just really versatile. I think in a salad mix it'd be good. It yields good, and it's got a good texture to it. It'll fluff the salad up a little bit, and seems to hold pretty well for me. So yeah, that's the greens, and as soon as I get a cutting or two off of those, I'll work them back under, or get rid of them, clean them up, and I'll go straight to my summer stuff. And the summer stuff may not actually fit into my market garden scheme, but I'll explain this a little bit. And get squash out of the way, white scallop squash. I've grown it for years and I love it. And I'm pretty sure it'll fit right in there. I know Curtis Stone used to grow it. And cucumbers, I think those are also maybe a good high profit crop. And I'm gonna grow a variety called miniature white. It's a really good yielder. It's a really great tasting cucumber, and it's really pretty. It's a little bit different, and I'm hoping that maybe it sets me apart when I do go to sell it. But you know, if I have to change varieties when I actually go to selling it, I will. And another one that I want to grow is hot peppers, and I'm gonna probably stick with a variety. This year I'm gonna stick mostly with a variety called the fish pepper, and I've never heard of anybody selling it. I'm sure they have, but it's a really pretty pepper. The plants actually have white variegated leaves, which is, I've never saw that in any other pepper plant at all, but it's really cool looking. If you've never seen it, look it up. But it had a really unique flavor in the year that I grew them. I give most of them away, and into the winter when I started cooking with them more, I said this is the one that I like, and I didn't hardly save any for myself. So this year I'm gonna change that. Other hot pepper I'm gonna do is it's a jalapeno mix from Baker Creek, and it's called the Lightning Mix. I think it's actually an unstable habanero hybrid, so you might get a lot of the plain orange habaneros and some that look like the Scotch bonnet, and then you'll have a lot of pointed ones, and I've had red, orange of the pointed looking ones, and the chocolate ones were super hot. So I'm doing that more for the landlord. I did like cooking with them, but I only need a small quantity of those because a little bit goes a long way. So I think you'll enjoy seeing those grow, and I hope that works out. So the last crop that I want to talk about is my favorite crop to grow, and I saved it for last because even though it's my favorite, I have a feeling it may not fit into a market garden scheme, but I want to put it to the test. And the crop is okra. It's my favorite thing to eat, probably. It's my favorite one to grow. And I actually got in on a Q&A with Curtis Stone here a while back, and I had to keep putting my question in over and over, but finally I got through to him and asked him how he felt it fit as far as profitability into the market garden. And I think I asked him actually if Ray Tyler grew okra at his market garden, because I knew he was headed to Tennessee to give that workshop. And, you know, he was being realistic about it. He said he's never grown it, and he said he didn't think so, and that he didn't think it would be a high value crop, that it didn't produce that much. I don't know about, I've never quantified it, and that's what I want to do this year. Is I want to quantify everything. I'm going to weigh everything that I harvest. That's the plan, and I'm going to do it with the okra, and then kind of base it off of the going price for okra. But anyway, he's in Canada and BC, and as far as the production of the okra, I think I can do better than him. I know I can. I'm in the southeast, but still, you know, he may be right. I mean, he knows his stuff. But yeah, so that's one I'd like to hear from you guys, what you think about it, and I'm gonna do it anyway. But the variety I'm gonna plant is red burgundy. The red okras don't taste any different, and in fact, when you cook them, they turn back green. But I like the way they look. They're pretty, and it's kind of impressive to friends when you give it away. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe that cool factor might make it sell better when I get to that point. But anyway, that's the garden. Leave your comments if you would. Tell me what you think. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And that'll be it. Y'all be good. Bye. Got some rain today, and we got some little wood hairs trying to come out. And that dusty look doesn't mean it's moldy. That's just the color they are. And so yeah, it's gonna rain again tomorrow, so I may go pick me some of these.